Dubbing or subtitling? Which one is better and why is it subtitling?
Oh man, okay. That's a trap question. Translations for me is the foundation of everything we do. The dubbing and subtitling is often handled separately by two different teams. We did a dub of Shrek into Māori, which is the indigenous language of New Zealand. And then I got to travel to New Zealand for the premiere of it. You're trying to keep a language alive. You're trying to take a language and introduce it to a new generation, a younger generation. And we put out a Cherokee dub in the Cherokee language of How to Train Your Dragon. Everyone is risk averse, is probably the best way to say it. And DreamWorks is in the business of bringing new IP to a market. Just the entertainment industry in general, we don't do well with uncertainty. So.
Yeah, we've been feeling a little bit of that ourselves.
Subtitling has historically been where the group that's been squeezed the most.
Human in the loop, human in the lead. What is your view on that?
To just say that I'm putting a human on it at the end to QC it, to say that that's enough, my viewpoint is that's not enough. You need to get feedback. You need to have it properly QC'd, and it's not that simple. Or you need to care maybe a little bit more about what that final outcome looks like.
Some things will get, thrown into the algorithm more often than others, and then everything is just going to end up, sounding like a copy of a copy.
So for me, when these nuances are erased, that is horrendous.
I have not put out anything that's been AI dubbed, translated. I'm going to turn this around now and ask you a question. You like how I pivoted to Max, Bill? I saved you.
It's very smart.
100%. It's all Max now.
People generally are not against new technology, as some people like to say. They're not. They are against companies using that technologies to improve their margins. And then we get the
short end of the stick.
Exactly. Bill, I think you had a question about EGA.
VP of EGA and then chair of the awards committee. It was it's the first global localization award show. 0 translation categories.
We noticed the people doing the creative work felt a bit, left out, basically.
We expected people to be named there, translators.
A huge miss. It was a huge oversight. I engaged with every single person that posted to say, this is crazy. Why would you do this? They're like, oh, the person you need to talk to is Max. Somehow, some way, get a category in there that honors the work of translations. I had said to them when I left, like, this is the one thing, this is your priority. This is the one thing you have to do. That award needs to have the name of the person that you are recognizing, not the company that hired the person that did the work. And then the next award show, when I wasn't there, came out, and for a host of excuses, it didn't happen.
We noticed.
Oh boy. Yep, that's about right. I never calling the guy that was the chair at the time and saying, what the F, So I sat out the next year. I didn't submit anything. It's the translator. He's holding a statue. He's pointing to it. You see that pride. It's everything I wanted. And he's pointing to the vendor's name. I'm glad people are talking about that. I hope that there is pressure, good pressure, responsible pressure on the AGA to make that change.
Let's hope for that. And thanks so much for pushing it in that direction.
I'm better at my job when I hear from the people that are truly impacted by decisions that happen at the top. And so I always tell filmmakers, like, you need to understand this process and how scripts are adapted. If you knew how much we were changing your film, you would care a lot more.
You spend 5 years on the script, you put your heart and soul into it. Do you really want to see it butchered?
Filmmakers need to understand the subjectivity and how creative this process is. They don't adapt. They don't work in another language. We have to change the context. We have to change them entirely.
Sound teams feel very similar to subtitlers, that they are an afterthought. Captioners are sort of sound designers for deaf people.
Squelching footsteps.
You
Yeah.
know, like that. Like, I love that.
I have memes, but I think Scott might be all memed out by now.
All right.
That summarizes it. That's fantastic. An AI company shouldn't sit back and say, "Well, I brought a human in at the end to do a QC, so it's it's okay."
They think that sound is something that will just somehow work magically and kind of
At a press of a button. Yeah.
it will figure. They all figure it. Same with subtitling and dub.
You reach out to someone, not in a way that's threatening, or not in a way where you're asking for a job or you're asking for something in return, but just to say, "Hey, I'd love to learn about your career." We all need to be engaging in conversation and in dialogue, and that's my big takeaway. You got to remember something about people in LA. They love to talk about themselves, but bear with me one.
We will keep it for humorous reasons. There is no way we cut it out.
Oh my gosh, you have to cut that. Hopefully my mute button worked.